What's up, Buck fans? We're back yet again. Real Bucks Talk here with another live stream. Today is a special day. It's a Victory Monday. If you're not familiar with the channel, I'm Mark. This is Michael Pless. Always here talking Bucks football. If that's something you're interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But guess what? We're 1-1. The world isn't over. Tom Brady looks about the same, but making little improvements with Mike Evans. What are your initial thoughts on how'd you like the game? And we're 1-1.
Yeah, it's great to get a win. Get back to 500, and not only that, you get a division win, so you're 1-1 in your division. So that counts as two. So we'll take it. As far as the game goes, I liked it. There's a lot of good things in that first half. You get the turnovers, you get the points scored off the turnovers, you get out to a nice lead, 21-0. Seemed like the offense was getting a little bit more in rhythm. Better protection up front, better blocking overall. Tom was, using the running backs out of the backfield, getting, Mike Evans involved early. So there's a lot of good things to like. But yeah, it's a win, and that's, we'll take it. And now you look to, go to the next week and win again. So hopefully that will be the case this week. But yeah, it was a nice overall solid game. And it's a game that, probably in the past, this team probably would have lost.
Yeah.
But they found ways to win, and that's what matters.
Yeah, you think of the Giants game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have this big lead, 21-0, and then they're just dwindles. And usually the defense is what gave it up, but the defense was the one holding strong that time. I mean, if you think about it, they probably shouldn't have even scored that second touchdown. If Winfield, I'm going to say it's a rookie mistake. Why do you go after Teddy Bridgewater when McCaffrey's getting the ball? I mean, that's just a rookie mistake. JPP and the D-line's there to stop Teddy. He's not a dangerous runner. So that's just a rookie mistake. He probably should have settled for... No, that would have been a turnover on downs, and we would have gotten the ball. So,
right.
I mean, easily this defense is performing. The offense just needs to start gelling. We mentioned this earlier in the year. I wanted to go back and check our schedule predictions. I mean, I think everyone said we're going to lose that first game against New Orleans. And then it happens, and all hell broke loose. I'm like... Everyone said we're probably going to lose. I mean, You yourself probably said it. I said it. So, guys, I mean, this is almost how it should be. We're learning. We're starting to gel little by little. That Mike Evans catch across the middle, I hope coach's film comes out way faster this week. But it looked like the same exact type of concept, type of route, option route, and they connected perfectly on that one. And look how much yards after the catch he got. So, they're slowly gelling, and then that back shoulder catch for the touchdown, they're getting there little by little. I really liked how he incorporated the shorter screen passes to Mike Evans, which usually goes to Godwin. He did it to the running backs a lot more because of Godwin being gone as well. But there's a lot of things to like, a lot of times where he kind of threw it into the dirt, but it was more to get away from defenders, which people think or media thinks it's him being old, not being able to get the ball there. Still, he's going to have to prove them wrong. And we have a little graphic that we're going to show later, but just what do you think about everything I touched on?
No, I agree. This is a process. I mean, they have to figure out, what is going to be best going forward. I'm still concerned about, the lack of use of our tight ends. That was something that I brought up earlier in this offseason. I talked about, I was like, yeah, getting Gronk is great, getting OJ and all those guys, but I was concerned that they wouldn't use them. And it's something Bruce Arians is just not fond of using the tight ends. It's never been his forte. And, he said it again today. He's like, why throw to the tight ends when we have receivers to catch the ball, So it's something that is concerning going forward. I hope they start finding ways to incorporate the tight ends more, especially if defenses, adjust their coverages towards the receivers and find ways to take them out of the game. And, I know there's going to be spurts where, the tight ends do get used more, but it's something concerning because you have a lot of money invested into that position and for not them to be utilized in different ways than just blocking. It's kind of unfortunate because
Plus your audio kind of kicked out there. Oh, well, I mean, he's pretty much just saying the tight ends aren't being used accurately, which, I mean, I think, and honestly, the receivers are just eating right now because Brady's learning how to use them all. And Gronk's slowly maturing, getting to where he needs to be in this offense as well. OJ's dropping balls. I mean, there is opportunities where they actually have thrown him the ball. It's just little. I think I hear you now, though. Say something.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did I cut out there?
Yeah, you cut out real quick.
I apologize. No, all right, should be fixed. It should be
it's
fixed.
It's 100% your fault that the audio kicked out. 100%.
It is. It
is
my fault. I don't know.
No,
but...
it's not. But but either way, I mean, the thing is, this is 2020, guys. This is what is the whole year has been this way. So this is totally expected. But I mean, to me, why force feed the tight ends right now when okay, the wide receivers are supposedly what Bruce Arians likes to do. We see there's little pieces of Brady coming in. Why force feed Gronk? Let him adjust little by little and then use him later in the season. I don't see this as a problem at all.
Yeah, I mean that could very well be the case of how they see it going down the stretch. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm one that, I see the tight ends, I see their mismatches that they can create, and I don't understand why they don't isolate them more and utilize that, especially in like third and medium, or if you're in, a certain situation, that's something you should be able to take advantage of. But again, you're right. I mean, they might not be there yet. That's something that they're working towards, towards the later part of the season. I hope that's the case because, my point was, you have a lot of money invested into that group, and, you could have had a Carl Nassib, still on this team that could provide maybe more value than, having a Gronkowski who's just coming in here to block right now, as it seems. But I hope I hope you're right as far as them getting involved later down the year.
I mean, there's no point in force feeding. That's my thing. But then Raymond.
No, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, Raymond in the chat said they need the tackles, or they need the tight ends to help the tackles. I agree to some extent. And he says Gronk's struggles are not surprising. Him and Brady have a lot of time together, just not in this offense. I fully agree with that one.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you can tell Gronk sometimes it's just the timing isn't there. The interception to Gronk I honestly think was a Brady bad throw. I mean, I don't know how Gronk's supposed to catch that. I mean, he just got his head around. Maybe he's supposed to get his head around earlier. And we'll see with coach's film. Again, please, NFL, get it out faster. Well, I mean, I think we're learning, and thank God we got to win. I think Devin White said that at the end of the game, saying, okay, we're still working on things, but it's good that we're winning while we're doing it. And we're competitive against the best team in the NFC South. NFC in general. So, let's see. One more question down here. He says, still only one football to go around to all these weapons. That's J. Elmore. And it's true. I mean, Mike Evans is probably going to be your biggest number one target left and right. Maybe when Godwin comes back, I mean, it's kind of hard to go anywhere else if those two are doing that well, especially on the outside.
I agree with that. You have two top-notch number one receivers, and why not take advantage of what you have there? I agree.
I agree with you though about the tight ends, though. I do.
Yeah, there's just little things where I can see the tight ends being a bigger factor than what they are right now. And again, that could come down the road. When we get into November, December, especially when defenses are better at that time and things are a little bit more tighter, so you have to go to different matchups. So yeah, I just hope that's the case. But as long as we're winning, I'm fine with it. I think they're fine with it as well. So the main thing is you learn from the mistakes that are happening, and they definitely showed improvement in that area from week 1 to week 2. And I just hope you continue to make that jump to week 3 going forward.
And maybe they utilize them more in the red zone. Maybe that's where they see them as a higher priority. Because right. I mean, we saw the play in the first game, which was run perfectly, executed perfectly. So I mean, hopefully that's what they're looking at. I still see Gronk running down the seam. He got that penalty on that one. I mean, I think later down the year, that's going to be a perfect completion that he can kind of catch and run with. Especially if we keep hitting the outsides. Everyone's like, oh, we don't throw in the middle. Okay, when you don't think we're going to throw in the middle, Brady's probably going to throw there. That's where we're going to be like, oh, this is the Patriots offense. No, it's just the quarterback making a decision. And I think he's just going to slowly implement the things he's best at here in Tampa as he gets used to the offense. Same with Gronk. But talking of passing game and everything, all these drops, give me your point. I mean, I know some, like the Cyril Grayson one, maybe it may have been out of bounds, but still hits you in the top of the damn head.
Yeah, it looked like, I mean, watching it back, it looked like the wind just took that ball because I don't think Tom Brady would throw him, out of bounds. I think he was trying to lead him down the sideline, but it looked like that football like shifted about a couple feet to the left due to the wind. But still, I mean, the receiver's job is to catch the football, and you got to make those plays. The LaShawn McCoy and Scotty Miller ones, those, you got to come down with the football there on both of those. That is being a professional. You're supposed to make those plays, and they hit them right in the hands, and just alligator armed it, both of them. So yeah, I mean, you got to make those plays, point blank. Then there's a couple other drops. I know OJ Howard had one, Mike Evans early, Justin Watson. Those are all catchable football. So got to make the plays. Even Gronk on his penalty, he had, that ball hit him right in the hands. You got to come down with those.
Yeah, and to me, this was kind of on Twitter a little bit. People were saying, "Oh, I don't expect Scotty to catch that ball. If it was Godwin or Mike Evans, I expect it." You're a wide receiver in the National Football League. I know they're saying, "Oh, Grayson's a track player." Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
If your position's receiver, you're being paid to receive.
Yeah.
Catch the ball. I mean, Scotty, it's not like it was a fingertip catch. Yes, he had to dive for it, but it hit him both in the hit him in the forearms.
Mm-hmm.
Grab it and lay on it. I mean, and if you want to be the caliber player that Godwin or Mike Evans is, you better catch that damn ball. Why are you saying that they aren't that type of player? I guarantee Scotty Miller wants to be a Deshaun Jackson, a Tyreek Hill, one of these fast type of guys that can blow the top off the defense and make catches and be reliable. Or hell, Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, like everyone that likes to compare. Why are you downgrading his ability? Like, it's okay, it's just Scotty. If it was Godwin, I'd be mad. That's some bullshit to me. I mean, come on. Really? Like, I guarantee he's more pissed than Brady was at him.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure if you ask Scotty, I mean, he's going to tell you, yeah, I should have caught the ball. I mean, that's my job. And Bruce Arians said it today, he's like, the drops, they can't happen. You're a receiver, do your job, and that's catching the football. So, yeah, I mean, it's point blank. So, but yeah, I mean, we just got to move on and get better from it, and hopefully we don't see that happen again. Guys will come down with the football and make the plays that they're supposed to make.
Yeah, so, I mean, let's talking Tom. Let's talking pass catching and drops.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the biggest topic was under Fournette breaking that big one for 50 yards, sealing the game.
Mm-hmm.
And now the crowd saying, Leonard Fournette, starting running back. Put him in. Plug him and play. What is your point on that? What's your opinion? Shoot.
I think Rojo is still, the top running back for this team right now.
Rojo did fumble as well. Remember?
He did. He got too excited on the handoff there. He saw a big hole and ran too fast underneath it. Those are things that he's got to eliminate. He's got to be better in his consistency. But Leonard had some really good runs in the fourth quarter. I mean, he had a couple of 20-yard runs there.
125 and then one that 50-yarder. So that's 75 yards right there.
Yeah, so he had some big runs there in the fourth quarter. He showed some good. He was running hard, especially at the end there to finish it. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we brought him in here for. That's kind of going to be his role. He's going to be a goal line back. I mean, he got the goal line touchdown there in the first half. But yeah, I like his ability to finish. I like his, he brings that big play potential where, he sees a hole, he can take it to the house just like he did on that run to end it. So, and the same thing with Rojo. I don't think there's any lack of confidence in Rojo either. I think he's a good running back. I mean, the stiff arm touchdown that he got early in the game was a thing of beauty. So, yeah, I mean, I think as the run blocking gets better, I think you're going to see all these guys get utilized in different ways. I mean, we saw it with LaShawn McCoy early, catching the ball out of the backfield, which was nice. So I think the roles are going to continue to evolve as we get, later in the year. But yeah, Leonard is really nice to have on our team. I mean, that's kind of the plays he brings to the table.
Yeah. Okay. So my 2 cents on this: Fournette's still going to be the backup. He's still learning. He himself said he's been in the damn building for 10 days, pretty much. So he's still learning. Yes, a running back is see a hole, hit a hole, but still he's got to learn blocking schemes, where he needs to be on routes. It's not totally so simple. but he's going to be in there to do what the hell he's supposed to do. And he's spelling Ronald Jones. And someone said in the chat, if Rojo had the same hole, he probably would have done the same damn thing.
Oh, so yeah, for sure.
It's true. And then the blocking is what opened it up. It's not like Leonard Fournette bulldozed over someone and made this Hulk-like move. No, it was just good blocking across. I put that up on Twitter, across the whole line and receivers. And Mike Evans sprung them loose too. So it was an all-around good play. Leonard Fournette, although he gets the credit, I mean, he did run it all the way. Didn't fumble, didn't do anything, did everything right. And he talks the talk, and he's walking the walk too. So, yes, I can see why you want him to be the starting running back, but you can't jump the gun just yet. Rojo doesn't. That fumble's got credited to Tom Brady either way. All right, so it may have been Rojo's fault, but you can't knock the guy, even though he has shown big flashes already in the short season. So he got a touchdown too that game. So I don't know if you remember that one, guys. But you know how BA is. Once someone makes one little mistake, he kind of takes him out of the game. Well, that is what it is. I mean, that's the running back situation. Either way, we're pretty stacked there. LaShawn McCoy just catch the damn ball. Even though he did catch a lot of balls, you just got to catch the big ones.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think our offense just slowly needs more time. Let it keep gelling. I mean, before we go to the defense, actually, I want to bring up this little graphic. So, speaking of Tom Brady, how is he looking? Tom Brady is Tampa Bay Buccaneer quarterback. Awesome, guys. So, first two games, not that great, right? I mean, 23 for 36, 63%, almost 240 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 78, 3 sacks. So, did he improve? He got pretty much about the same. About the same yards, about the same completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I started thinking, okay, this is his first year in BA's offense. Everyone thinks Brady needs to be this hero. What did Jameis Winston's first season in BA's offense look like? Let's go check out Jameis. Jameis Winston. So everyone knows what I'm referencing. His first 2 games. First game, 55% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Very low yards. Okay, yes, San Francisco's defense. The Saints' defense isn't a slouch, guys. So he played a pretty damn good defense, too. Second game, about the same. Not that good. 208 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. 64. It's about the same that Brady did. But he has 3 sacks. Brady only didn't get any. Let's credit that. Donovan Smith, good job. Way better this week. You still got beat by Brian Burns and some, but Brian Burns needs his credit. That dude's going to be a monster throughout the year and probably for the near future for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, definitely. Offense line was way better this week against the Panthers across the board. I mean, Tristan Wirfs, again, had another stellar game. He was outstanding. The interior was really good, I thought, especially just like overall in the run game, but much better by Donovan Smith. And that's kind of the effort I want to see from him every week. And I think that's what, Bucs fans should expect from him, going forward. I mean, being consistent, being just high effort, and being dominant in the run game like he was this past week, and being good enough in pass protection where he doesn't get beat right off the snap and, have guys, get by him. He needs to be that force that he can be every week. But much better job overall offensive line, and, making that comparison with, Jameis and Tom, I think, you look at it.
What's the third game going to be?
You're right. Yeah, we're getting into, the third and fourth game. That's where Jameis really exploded. As you can see, there's 7 touchdowns versus 2 interceptions. Still a high sack total, but, that's something that we want to see from Tom Brady going forward. You got the Broncos and then the Chargers. So let's see if he can make that kind of jump going into week 3. And, he made an improvement this week against the Panthers, I feel. Just overall, just quickness of his decision-making. I think he was more consistent, as far as his overall decision-making, being more firm with his decisions, not hesitant, being more assertive. I think that was good to see. So, you just hope the chemistry continues to evolve, and now getting Chris Godwin back, I think that's definitely going to help us. Having our receivers fully healthy now, Mike's getting back into his full health, getting back into shape. Now you have Chris Godwin coming back, so that's definitely going to help. You put Scotty back in his, like role, being on the outside and not being the main guy as far as the number two goes, less pressure on him. So I think that'll be good. He gets better matchups too. So should be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah, something funny that Raymond said. He said Smith is consistently inconsistent. I was like, damn, that's a Jameis quote right there. Well, I mean, hey, let's see. Let's see if he can start stacking games and see, because that's going to be crucial for Brady's development. He's going to have to read. Right. He's going to have to get adjusted to this offense, and with better time to read, that'll help later down the season to actually understand faster what's going on, especially in game. Correct? But yeah. I mean, so let's see. I mean, I know a lot of people want to down him. It was one game he had bad. Second game did better. Let's see what the third game is. Again, Denver, Von Miller's out. Bradley Chubb is probably going to have to face. Other than those two guys, I mean, they have interior guys, but he's not going to see them. So we'll see. We'll see. But let's move on. Let's talk about the defense. Defense all around did well. Actually, I want to say this because so many people hate the damn guy. Let me switch over. Ndamukong Suh is tied for the lead in sacks, guys. I know so many people hate him. I don't know why. They think he's just a fat, lazy blob that just sits there. I don't know, but him and JPP are leading the team in sacks. Shaq Barrett has 0. So was that a great move by Jason Light not to give him that massive contract? We'll see, right? Because other people are balling out right now, but maybe it's because he's getting more blocking towards his side. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. He's getting more attention, and it's opening up things for the interior, Vita Vea and Ndamukong Suh, and they're taking advantage of it, and that's what you want to see from those two guys. I want to see a little bit more from Vita Vea. I think he had a much better game this last week against the Panthers than he did against the Saints. He was more, in there, and then Ndamukong, I thought, had his best game as a Buccaneer. I thought he was really good. He was playing pretty much everywhere. He's running down screens. He was making tackles, holding guys up like he always does, and just doing his job. So yeah, I think he got both sacks right in this game. He got 2 sacks.
Suh?
Yes. Yeah, Suh.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's cool to see. I mean, I expect more of that to go, going forward, because they are putting so much attention on Shaq Barrett. They're having Shaq Barrett, stun inside a lot, which is creating, one-on-ones for the defensive tackles. And that's what's creating the, the sack opportunities for these guys.
Yeah. So a couple pointers on the comments down below. So Art of Free Speech said how Tristan Wirfs was rated PFF's rookie of the week for his play today or yesterday. And then there's 2 questions from, this is a new face in the chat. Welcome, Praj P. He has 2 good questions here. He goes, what do you guys think about Brady in the shotgun with Fournette on Brady's left and McCoy on the right? What do you think of that setup?
I mean, it's something I've always wanted to see. I mean, it's something that is, I think, it's all about taking advantage of mismatches. And that's, I'm a big opponent of that. If you can put, 2 running backs back there, and you can just do a lot of different things. I mean, you can run out of that. You can, play action fake. You can throw screens, either way. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. And, I definitely like to see that. Even Rojo as well in there, with either Fournette or McCoy. So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I fully agree with that too. Like plus saying, you can be so multiple with it. You can run out of it. You can pass out of it. Screens, like you were mentioning. I mean, and then when you have to have your linebackers accrediting to the running backs running out to the side. Mike Evans runs a slant, fills the empty hole. Goddard runs a slant, fill the empty hole, or have them run outs and then Gronk run a seam right down the middle. There's so much you could do with that. It's crazy to think, but again, we just got to hope they can gel with what they got right now. Don't force things. Yeah, that can be implemented with time, but let the meat and potatoes of the offense kind of get developed first and understood fast, and then we'll start adding those wrinkles. Because that's not going to be our base ever. Then he had one other cool question. Where is it? People were chatting up there. Praj P, I can't find it. I'll come back to it. But Raymond said Suh's the kind of player that his casual fans hate because they don't understand all the things that him and the other interior guys do. that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. That's so damn true. I'm going to say they with Vita Vea. They expect like 10 sacks out of him. He's 6'4", 350.
Yeah.
He's making the job easier for everyone behind him. That's pretty much what he does. And he had a shit ton of impact in this game. Like, I don't know how many times he got in. It should have been called a holding.
Right.
Here's the other one. And Gronk drawing a double team, and both running backs religiously chip both defensive ends and release every time. And that also, he made a point of saying how they could help that pass rush too. You don't have to have a tight end in there. And if you do have a tight end, have him draw that double team and chip and go. I mean, that's, again, awesome wrinkle to an offense. Will we add it? I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't
a lot of people hate Leftwich's play calling. I like it. Yes, things can be added, but
yeah, I don't mind his play calling. I don't mind his design. It's just sometimes he gets
timing.
Yeah, it's the timing. It's the sequence that he needs work on. There's certain times where he has ability to do, play action or screens or something, and yeah, it's just that needs to be better, and his utilization of everything could be more consistent. But again, he is learning as well, because this is all, I mean, he's with a new quarterback, so it's all takes time to adjust and learn what you have.
Yeah, so Proj P, great points. Also, like, hell, you start sending some letters to Leftwich then and BA, because that would be an amazing addition to this offense, especially with the weapons that we have. It's just using your talent the best they can. But let's keep talking about the defense. Like I mentioned, Vita Vea, monster. Sue, monster. JPP got another sack in this game. Carlton Davis gets his first interception of the year. So let's just kind of peek at this. Devin White had what? How many tackles did he have that game?
He's got a lot of tackles. I think he's actually closer to 26 tackles on the year. I know he's leading the league in tackles.
Is he?
Yeah, he's had a lot. I think he had 11 in this game. I think he had 15 in the other game, I believe. So
that's disgusting. Yeah, there's that 2 sacks there. I mentioned Antoine Winfield, 8 tackles, 1 sack. Probably should have had 9 tackles if he'd stopped CMC. I mean, overall, this defense, and Will Golston, give him credit. The defense played amazing. That 1 touchdown, okay. Was that after the interception? No. When was let's see. When did they score a touchdown?
What are you talking about?
The Panthers touchdown.
Yeah, they scored after we threw the interception. Yep.
So, really,
that was the first one.
Yeah.
And their second one was the play to McCaffrey again.
Should happen. But I'll say this: defense as a whole played amazing. Shaq Barrett maybe not be getting sacks. Guys, who cares if the defense is succeeding? Jordan Whitehead, first interception of his career, guys. I'm hoping we see a little bit more. It honestly was just a bad throw by Teddy Bridgewater. But I don't know. Let's see the time he actually jumps a route. I don't know. Because Carlton Davis's interception was pretty disgusting. But overall, what'd you think? Secondary?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Yeah, defensively, I thought they're doing a lot of good things. They're making plays, they're tackling. This week, the big difference from week 1 to week 2 was the turnovers. I mean, you get 4 turnovers. You also get, a 4th and 2 down stop on the fake punt that they tried. So that's a turnover essentially. So they did a lot of good things, and you get 5 sacks against Teddy Bridgewater, who's a guy that gets the ball out quick. So that's not easy to do. So yeah, they made plays. They made big plays. Yeah, they allowed yards. I know he got like 367 yards on passing, and yeah, they allowed some things. But again, they made things happen when they needed to. They made big stops. I mean, I think the Carolina was driving again when they got their 3 points, and that was a big stop there to hold them to 3. Keep them at 17. That makes it 17-24. Then we get the onside kick. And then we score after that, so that pretty much sealed the deal. But they did a lot of good things. I think, going forward, I'd like to see them play a little bit more press man coverage and, do a little more things to utilize their guys on the outside to allow them to be more aggressive. And they do at times, but I think in this game, they really wanted to play coverage and play more zone, not allow the big play. But what they did essentially by doing that is they eat up a lot of clock. and they pretty much shortened the game
Yeah.
by doing so. And then you get the turnover, so it's like a bend don't break kind of thing. And you made the big plays when necessary. And that Carlton Davis play was the big key. I mean, that pretty much won us the game. You know, that was the nail in the coffin, pretty much. So, yeah, I mean, it's a defense that is getting better each week, and I think it will continue progress because Shaq Barrett, I think, is going to you're going to start seeing him make more plays. I think he's going to be that guy because I know there's a lot of attention on him right now, and that's why you see JPP and others making plays. But yeah, I have a feeling Shaq is going to find ways to make his dominance felt here soon.
Yeah, there's going to be a game where they're going to be like, oh, maybe it was a fluke, and they're going to give more attention to JPP since he's got the 2 sacks, sack in every game. The interior rush is coming in with Sue and Vita Vea. Maybe they are giving that much attention to Shaq Barrett. That's something we're going to have to look in the film. But he's going to eat if they start swaying over to the other side. I mean, it's bound to happen. And it's just let the game unfold the way it's going to unfold. You can't expect him to and plus they drop him back a lot too.
Yeah.
I see, which I think is weird at times. But I mean, if you're blitzing the A gaps with both David and White, it makes sense. You got to drop back someone. You can just have everyone going in. So, I mean, I think it's just a matter of time. Hopefully, this is the game that he does it. Coming against Denver. But let it develop.
Oh, let me speak on Antoine Winfield. I mean,
because everyone's talking about him.
That dude is just insane right now. I mean, Jason Light has nailed both draft picks so far, and Tristan Wirfs and Antoine Winfield. I mean, they've been studs so far. Early in their careers, only 2 games, but I mean, they've been outstanding. I mean, they've been very professional and just like doing their job the right way. And Antoine is just everywhere out there on the field. I mean, blitzing him off the edge. I mean, making plays in the run game. I mean, he's outstanding. And I'm glad he's on our team. Again, this is why I was so excited when he was the pick in the second round, because I knew like this guy just understands it. Like he gets football. His dad was a legend, and now he's on his way to probably being a legend if he can stay healthy and continue to do the things that he's doing right now. So
strong work.
I know. Really excited for him.
All right, guys, if you're in the chat, make sure to hit that subscribe, like button down below. Help us out. Promote the channel. Do all that good stuff for us. Let's keep talking some Buck football. So I want to touch on one more thing about the defense. Antoine Winfield, we showed that blitz he had against New Orleans in the defensive film study. If you guys checked it out at the end. I mean, he's so natural and so quick twitch. With a running back coming to block him, just gets around it and gets it. That sack he had on Teddy Bridgewater, literally gets in, plows through someone, stops, and comes back and nails him from behind, and Levante David damn near kills him. Yeah. It's just how quick he is to do it, his awareness to stop, get back after it, not just keep running around the circle. I mean, and then another play, so I saw this, Antoine Winfield, the trick play the Saints did in week 1. Where Taysom Hill threw it to Kamara. Winfield's pointing to Whitehead to turn the hell around because Whitehead kept going downfield. He's like, turn around, there's a guy behind you. That pretty much saves a touchdown. It probably would have made the score look way uglier than it already did at that point. So, I mean, this dude is heady. He knows what he's doing. Like, he's a cerebral player in that center field spot, and we haven't had that. I mean, probably since Justin Evans, and because of his injury, we just don't know what the hell that looks like, and now that there is, this defense is playing lights out. So yeah, he got his credit, guys. Yes, he played awesome. I agree. Hopefully it continues. I mean, I guarantee he's stomping his damn shit in over missing CMC on that 4th and 2. Overall, the defense playing awesome. Carlton Davis deserves his respect. Damn near pulled his damn finger out of his glove, I guess. Sean Murphy-Bunting gets beat on one play. Other than that, you never hear his name called, which is a good thing. It's almost the same thing like Donovan Smith. If you don't hear your name called and you're a corner, that's good. That's pretty good. That means they're not throwing towards your side. And that throw he got beat on was a perfect back shoulder timing pass. So,
right.
I mean, the secondary is playing good. Like you said, they were kind of allowing soft zones in the 4th quarter. So that's where they kind of got their chunk passes. But overall, that defense... real nice.
Yeah.
But And then one other thing, special teams.
Yeah.
Quietly, Suckup's making some kicks. I know they're short,
Yeah.
but you got to get
Yeah.
the gimmies.
Yeah, and no mistakes in coverage. I thought, coverage was pretty good. Punt return, kickoff return was solid. So, no mistakes there, which was nice to see. And yeah, Suckup is, making his
He's a
kicks. And
Suckup.
yeah, so, just kind of hope that continues and we don't have to talk about him, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. So, any other topics to touch on the defense, guys? If you want someone else named, throw it in the chat. Devin White, Ali Marpet, blah, blah, blah. So, yes, Devin White he balls out all the damn time. So, one thing I wanted to touch on, actually, about Devin White, I feel like they use him a little too... yes, he is a great athlete. He's one hell of a linebacker. But if you watch a lot of his tapes, they make him run back 35 yards, then come running back downhill, and you wonder why he misses some tackles. And even BA said in the press conference, he's like, oh, maybe we had him run a little too much. Do you really want him running around that much? Like, you're going to ask for him to get hurt. I mean, everyone else in the damn league's getting hurt already. We don't need our best star middle linebacker to get hurt. I know he does a lot, but let the secondary cover. Let him stick on running backs and tight ends, stay closer to the line. I mean, he is special, but I just wouldn't ask him to do it as much as they do.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they need to utilize him in his space, which is in the box, and stay in that area, that short area of the field. Let him be aggressive and downhill, whether it's coming after the quarterback or staying on the running back. I think that's what he should be able to be utilized as, and that's where he's at his best. So yeah, I agree with that. I hope they don't use him like that, as much going forward, and utilize the guys that you have in the backfield, like Jordan Whitehead and your safety Antoine Winfield, and let these guys do their job.
Oh, it's 1-0 Tampa Bay Lightning power play goal.
There we go.
Point.
All right, power play goal. All right.
Wait a minute, where is it? Woo! I gave a little woo out there. But yeah, defensively, yeah, we're improving. Great. Let's quickly touch on. A lot of people were talking about injuries. 49ers Stadium is different. I think it was played in the Jet Stadium though, if I'm not mistaken. But everyone's talking still defense. Let's quickly touch on the Broncos. What do you expect from them?
Yeah.
How do you see us attacking them? I mean, we're not going to go in depth. This is more, obviously, let's touch on Von Miller's out. Their starting quarterback's out. Their number one receiver's out. So touch on all that.
Yeah, I mean, Denver, 0-2 going into Sunday's game against the Buccaneers, 1-1. So, yeah, looking at Denver, I mean, they're already a young team. I mean, they had a lot of good pieces. If you put everybody up there on the field, if they're all healthy, that is. But they're banged up right now. I mean, you don't have their defense is without Von Miller. That's a big piece. I mean, he's like the leader of that D. He's the best player on the team, and don't have him. You don't have AJ Bouye, their starting corner. He's really good, and they're missing a couple other pieces along that defensive line. I know Draymond Jones got hurt, so that's a big loss. And then their offense, I mean, no starting quarterback. Drew Lock is out. Cortland Sutton out for the year. I mean, Jerry Jeudy's beat up too. I think they lost. I'm trying to think who else is injured. Yeah, Philip Lindsay, their big play running back. He's hurt. So, yeah, they're missing a lot of pieces, and it's unfortunate for them. But looking at it, it's something the Bucs need to take advantage of, and I think they'll have plenty of opportunities to do so, especially against that defense. Looking at their secondary, they're small in stature. I know Bryce Callahan's one of their starters. He's 5'9", so that's something you should be able to take advantage of with Mike Evans and his size, and Chris Godwin as well. Their other corner's a rookie, third-round rookie. He's decent. I see him play, make some plays, but again, a rookie. So you should be able to, fool him a little bit and take advantage. Their linebacking core is not the best. They have the middle linebacker can move around a little bit, but again, it's something that you should be able to utilize and take advantage of.
Yeah, so pretty much their defense, Bradley Chubb, like I mentioned earlier. I don't honestly know who these two guys are. Jeremiah Atachu.
Yeah, he's a rusher. Yeah, rusher from the Jets.
But this Jarrell Casey is pretty damn good. Shelby Harris pretty damn good.
Yeah, they have some good
Interior.
pieces up front, yeah, in the interior line. But again, it's something that they're really not going to offer much pass rush. You should be able to control them as far as pass blocking goes. Big Ben had all day to throw in that game. Again, they have a great offensive line too, but you should have opportunities to make some plays downfield and run the football against them as well.
We've proven we can run.
Mm-hmm.
It's just let it keep developing. I mean,
right.
Who's to say that Brady didn't that 50-yard run was just design run. Yeah. But like that 25-yard run that he had in the drive prior, who's to say that Brady didn't audible to that? You never know.
Right.
Maybe he read something, not to give him all the credit in the world. But my biggest thing is how we're going to stop them from scoring points. Because I know they may be injured and everything. I mean, yes, Drew Lock's out. Either way, he was a second-year player. Jeff Driscoll still kept them in the damn game. I mean, let's... Oh, why does it keep doing this? I don't know. It's still 26-21.
Yeah.
They were in the game, like all the way until the end of the game. So it's not like they're going to be a slouch. I mean, Big Ben's almost kind of in the same scenario as Tom Brady. I guess learning a whole new offense. Big Ben's is more recovering from an injury. So we'll see how that goes. But,
yeah, I mean, you're playing in Denver. I mean, you have to worry about the altitude out there, the air and all that. So that's something that you have to adjust to. But yeah, I mean, it should be.
It's not snowing, so we should be okay.
Yeah, we should be all right. But yeah, their offense. I worry about the Noah Fant matchup. The tight end, he's really good. So we got to be able to guard him. And they still have Jerry Jeudy, who I think might play this week. Again, I don't know. He did get banged up last week in the game. So, yeah, just have to wait and see. But I like our defensive chances to take advantage. So Lightning scored again.
Lightning scored again. 2-0 Lightning.
Good. Yeah. Keep it rolling.
Another power play goal. So, guys, I'm watching on the sidelines here, too. I know y'all are probably watching that more than watching us. But hey, that shows you're a pure Tampa sports fan. But harsh weather conditions. Brady does have good history in harsh weather conditions. Fully agree. X_1K. Bo Davis said Jeff Driscoll can play. He did obviously play. I mean, what was his stats? Let's give him a run for his money over here. He had 18 for 34, 256, and 2 touchdowns. Only 1 pick. But my biggest fear is this dude right here. Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon.
I know that doesn't do it justice. He ran nasty.
Yeah, he's going to be the guy to stop and watch for, especially in the backfield. And yeah, we got to find ways to shut down the running game, force Jeff Driscoll into obvious passing situations. I think we can have our way with their offensive line. I don't think they're that good in pass protection, and we should be able to do some things up front and pressure them and get after it. So. Yeah, I mean, this is not going to be no easy game. We're going to have to come and be prepared and be ready to play. This will be the first game I think we play with fans in the stands. So that's another element. They're going to have fans there. So you have to be, on everything as far as your communication and all that. So, yeah, I mean, it's not no NFL game is an automatic win. But I do like our chances as far as current matchups, and as long as we play our game, we should be okay. Yeah,
I mean, you attack this center that's a rookie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Vita Vea, Sue, attack them. Send those A-gap blitzes. Make this guy think. I mean, when you send David and White in on a sack or in the A-gaps, he's gonna be lost. I mean, you know how much a rookie's head is spinning, and then you throw that at him. Devin White's going to be cracking jokes at him the whole time. It's a former LSU player, so they're going to be talking jokes. I mean, I liked Dalton Reisner coming out of Kansas State. They moved him inside, so I think he's not that bad. But I think it's more the right side. I mean, DeMar Dotson's their backup.
Yeah, the right tackle. Yeah, the right tackle is very suspect. I mean, they had trouble picking up the blitzes. Jeff Driscoll just didn't recognize them a lot of the times, and there's blitzes like just coming off the right side, and he would get sacked. So I would expect to see some of those corner blitzes that we've seen from Sean Murphy-Bunting, Antoine Winfield as well, especially in this game, and take advantage and force Jeff into some mistakes, and you get those turnovers.
Actually, X_1K just said the most awesome thing. We also wear our new all pewter jerseys this week.
There you go.
Hail to the... We ain't going to lose wearing that. I think Chris Godwin even said that.
Yeah.
We ain't going to lose wearing this damn jersey.
Right.
It ain't going to happen. I can't wait to see that. It's going to be bad freaking ass.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, again, no game in the NFL is easy to win. I mean, look at the... Take this in point, because we talked about it earlier with the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And we joked about it in our group chat today. The 49ers lost their whole goddamn team just about.
Yeah.
And they still slaughtered the Jets. The Jets still
Right.
couldn't do shit against them.
Mm-hmm. Because
They're a better team. They're just a better team overall. They lost their starting quarterback, running back, center, backup center, defensive ends on both sides out for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Dick Moses out for the year. They lost everyone just about.
Yeah.
That is a good player. They already lost their wide receiver. Richard Sherman's out.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell do you still slaughter the Jets? The Jets are just that bad.
They are.
And obviously the Broncos aren't going to just fold over and die because they put up a fight against the Steelers. So no game is easy to win in the NFL. So value
definitely.
everyone. Brady says that all the time too.
Yeah, Broncos are going to give maximum effort. I mean, that's going to be a given. They're going to show fight because they still have, their coaching staff with Vic Fangio is a really well-coached team. So they're going to come to play. It's important for the Bucs to get off to a fast start, but I do like this matchup, and like we talked earlier in the podcast, the offense is starting to get things going, clicking on all cylinders. Another goal?
Yeah, another goal. Someone, Raymond in the chat wrote "woo." Like, I had to go look over. It is, 3-0. Tampa Bay Lightning.
Man. All right, we're taking it to them tonight, so that's good.
Well, they talked that much shit after the game, so good.
Right.
Make it 7-0.
They should.
But keep going on your point. Sorry for.
No, I was just gonna say, save some goals for game 3, because that's important. But anyway.
Bucs.
Anyway, yeah, no, I like the matchup this Sunday, and it looks like Tom is already focused in for this week. You heard him after the press conference, like, yeah, we need to learn and get better and focus on, week 3 already because the clock is ticking, like he likes to say. So. Yeah, I mean, I think this will be a good game for us this Sunday.
Yeah, and also learn from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Giants game, like we said, we almost did that shit this year, this game, right. Giving up the lead because they were thinking of the next game. You better not be thinking of the next game. Oh, the Broncos lost their quarterback. They lost this guy. They lost their wide receiver. Von Miller ain't there. Just slouch. Win. Mm-hmm. If you do that, you're going to lose.
Right.
I don't care if people are saying Panthers are better than the Broncos. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't.
Yeah.
They've been together longer. Panthers have a whole new coaching staff. They should be worse, to be honest.
Yeah.
So they're learning everything new. So this is a team that actually has had a coach there for 2 years now. They're along the same lines as we are. So, hey, it's not going to be a slouch. I think it's going to be closer than people think. I think the Panthers game was supposed to be the game we should have blown them out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is going to be a blowout. If it is, I'll be honestly surprised, and I'll be holy shit. This could be the rise of that offense if it is.
Yeah. Well, one thing that makes me think they have learned from last year to this year is just that post game speech that you heard BA talk about, and Devin White finished it. Learn from this, but learn. It's good that we are learning while winning. And I think that's a big step forward. It just seems like their focus and mentality is way different. And that's, Tom Brady effect as well. So I just feel like they're going to, be locked in. And they understand what's at stake this week because the Broncos are shorthanded.
Yeah, so, I mean, guys, you're hoping this next jump from the first 2 average games, like we showed you here, Tom Brady, first 2 average games, and then Jameis Winston, first 2 average games. Third game was a jump. You're hoping this is what you see. 4th game, jump. Then Jameis came up to Jameis again. But, I mean, that's what you're hoping for. You're hoping for that next jump, learning the offense, gelling. This is probably a team to do it against because you have mismatches. I'm hoping to see that. Tom Brady finding mismatches, saying, okay, I know what your offense is. I'm still going to find Gronk against this smaller safety. I'm still going to look at OJ against this smaller cornerback if I set him out wide. I'm hoping to see some things like that. Little games within the game. that I feel like Brady did so well in the Patriots. It's not just an offensive scheme. It's actually pushing guys out, seeing who's on them, and saying, "Okay, I'm going there."
Yeah.
My first read may be there, but I'm changing it. And that's stuff where, when you understand the offense, you can have the power to do that. But until you have the understanding of the actual system, you can't do it. So let's see with Brady. We'll see. But I like the potential of this being a win. Let's hope. Well, we'll have more on it. And guys, plus any other questions? Or guys in the comments? Anything else? To agree, blah, blah, blah. Any more from you, plus?
No, I mean, that pretty much said it. Yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited to see where this team continues to build towards. And, it's good to get a win against the Panthers. Again, like I said, it's a big division win. Getting that division win is huge because it means a lot going towards the end of the year, because it's going to matter.
Yeah. And then Bud Cannabis, last comment of the chat, he said, Fournette will out-touch Rojo versus Denver. If not, take the start. We'll see. That's a valiant effort comment. Oh, a couple more questions. Do you guys think Brady really was polishing his helmet the night before the game?
Yeah, it probably was. I mean, yeah, why not?
If it ends up in a win, do it every damn night before the game, buddy. Well, than that, guys, thank you for the questions. Thank you for the chat. Y'all make the show. You add so much. You have no clue. Hope you enjoy our content and the crap that we spit out of our mouths. But other than that, guys, make sure, if you haven't just yet, like, subscribe, comment down below. And with that said, until next Monday, go Bucs.